Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video will be on this beautiful gown with pearls and then two side pockets with ruffle, that's ruffle pocket. And if you haven't subscribed up to the channel, please do where to hit on the subscribe button, join the family. And to my old subscribers, I say thank you very much for all your support so far. And let's get straight into the video, and I will see you at the end of the video.
Hello everyone, so welcome once again. Happy New Year to everyone. If this is I don't know if this is going to be my first video for the year, but Happy New Year. So this tutorial I'll be using, this is a Mikado fabric, so I'll be using a Mikado fabric, and I have 1 yard of fabric. If you're making for an older child, please do well to get more yardage of fabric. So my daughter will be 8 years by this month. So she's 8 years, my daughter is 8 years, so that's why I'm making use of 1 yard of fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my fabric into two. I'm going to be cutting the back and the front separately. So I'm going to be cutting the back and the front separately because I'm trying to manage my fabric. So by the time I turn it, it's going to occupy the other side. You are going to understand what I mean as we go on with the video. So what I'm going to be folding here is my bust measurement divided by 4 plus, I like to add ease to mine. So plus 0.75 for ease plus my stitching allowance. So that's what I'm going to add here. If you want to add some allowance so that by the time they are outgoing it, you lose it, you can add yours. So I'm going to go ahead and fold mine and then pin it down before. So the shoulder measurement divided by 2 is what I'm going to be inserting, which is 6 inches. Then I'll add ½ inch stitching allowance to it. Then I'll go down by 6.5 inches for my bust point, or let me just do 7 inches for my bust point because I don't want it to be fitted. I want it to be a bit free at that armhole area. So I'm going ahead and connect this line. Once I am done with this, we're going to take our neckline measurement, and for my neckline, for the width of my neckline, I am doing 3 inches. I don't want it to be tight. Then for the width, I am doing 3.5 inches for the width. So I'll go ahead and connect this for a round neckline. So guys, once I am done with that, I'll go ahead and take my shoulder measurement, my shoulder slope, ½ inch. I'll connect it to the starting point. And at this point, I'll add that ½ inch stitching allowance for my shoulder, and I'll bring up the neckline. So guys, once I am done with this, we're going to go ahead and insert our bust measurement divided by 4, which is 7.75. And then I'll add 7.5 inches for ease. I'll add my stitching allowance. So this is what we have. I'll go ahead and connect my armhole curve. So guys, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to measure whatever I have here. I have about 6.25 here, so I'll transfer it to the hem. I don't know if I mentioned that my length is 31 inches. Then I added 1 inch stitching allowance to it. So I have what did I have here? I have 9.25. So I'll transfer it to this place, 9.25, and then I'll add extra 2.5 inches to 3 inches stitching allowance for my curve. So once I am done with that, look at this thing so that you see how I'm going to connect it. So I'll connect it. I'm not going to connect straight like this. So I'll come down a bit, and then I'll start moving my hand away. So you see what we have here. So I don't want this place to be too sharp. So this is what we have. But if you want to connect yours straight, like a slanted way, you are free to do that. So that's basically all what we have for this. You're going to cut it out and then use it to cut out our back bodice. So So guys, we are done cutting out the front bodies, and when you look at the fabric now, you can see that this side is wider than this. So once I fold this over, when I fold this over, I'm going to put the hem of the front bodies to this side. That's why I cut it separately, so that I'll be able to manage the fabric. So when you look at it, you see that this side is wider than this. So that's the sense of cutting it separately. Okay guys, I've gone ahead to cut out my back bodies. As you can see, I added my zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. Then I went down by 1 inch for the shoulder, for the neckline, back neckline. So that's basically all that is different from the back and the front. That's the difference between the back and the front. So the next thing I'm going to do is to open this up, right side facing each other, and then I'll go ahead and stitch down by 1/2 inch on my shoulder, and then I'll do the same thing for this other shoulder. Once I am done with that, I'll go ahead and pipe this neckline. I believe by now we all know how to pipe it, right? And once I am done piping the neckline, I'll also pipe the armhole. Then for the pocket, I've cut out the pocket for this style. You can see my pocket. Where is my tape? So the width of my pocket is 7 inches by 8 inches. You can do just square 7 by 7 or 8 by 8. So once I've cut if you've not cut your own, go ahead and cut yours out. Then I will go ahead and place this way. So this is a long strap of fabric, and the width of it is 2.5 inches, but because you're going to take stitching allowance on both sides, so I'll place it this way, and then start making plates as I stitch, or gathers as I stitch. So I'll stitch all around. Once I get to this point, I'm not going to follow this sharp edge. I'll like give it a little bit of curve and trim off this excess. So the same way I'll stitch this fabric down with the plates. Continue like this, like this, like this as I go on. So it will be all round to this place. But before I do this one, I will first of all fold this open side, because this place is going to be open. I'll fold this open side by 1 inch or 0.75. I'll fold it into 2 and stitch it down, or I serge and then fold just once and stitch it down. I'll do the same thing for this other side. So this long strap of fabric is as much as you can, or let's say as much as you want your gathers to be, but you don't want it to be too full. Okay guys, this is the point we are at this moment. You can see, and this what do I call it, gather part is still raising up, so I'm going to do something about it. So you can see I've already serged this. So I said to do it together with this part, so I just serged this. But if you don't have a serge machine, just fold it into 2. That's twice. So as I've serged it, I'll just fold it 1/2 inch inward and stitch it down from this gather part to this end, and I'll do the same thing for this other side. And then for the bodies, we are done. I am done with the armhole, with the neckline. You can see. So then I went ahead to stitch down the same side. You can see I left some allowance here. That's because this is for my daughter, so I don't need to trim off everything. So that's what I've done. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to measure. You're going to measure from the shoulder to your hip area. If you don't know where your hip area is, just measure from your shoulder to your neck, to your half length, then add about 3 inches to it. I think it should work. Even if it doesn't get to your hip area, this should work. So once you measure to, by then you must have folded this one, right? Make sure you fold this one first. So once you're done with that, you're going to measure to your hip, and then you're going to place this, because you want this to be centralized on your hip area. I hope you get this. Just it should be on top of your hip, of the child's hip. So once we are done with that, you can go ahead and pin this down. So once you pin it down so that it stays in place, then you're going to go ahead and top. No, we are supposed to top stitch this place, but I want to use this top stitch as for this pocket and also for this gown. I don't want to have 2 stitches there, so I'll place it this way, and then I'll top stitch all the way. You know the way you top stitch. Just make sure that while top stitching, that this seam side, this seam allowance is pushed towards inside this pocket. So don't push it outward this way, push it inward this way, so that when you top stitch it, this thing lays flat. So you're going to go ahead and top stitch all the way all the way to this other end, and I will do the same thing for the other pocket. I hope you understand this. So this seam allowance should be inward, so you should lay flat this way, facing inward into this pocket, not outward to this zipper side. I hope you get this. Okay guys, I'm sorry for the noise at the background. One of my neighbors playing loud music, so I just hope you guys can hear me. So this is what we have at this point. You can see. So okay, while I was attaching this pocket, there's something I noticed. So while attaching yours, make sure you move this pocket a bit forward, a bit towards the front side. So don't make it at the center. If you make it at the center, you might not like the outcome. So move it a bit towards the center front of this gown. So towards this front. That's what I mean, towards the front. So this is what we have at this point. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to serge this. Once I am done serging it, we're going to close up the zipper allowance, attach our zip. I don't have zip, so I'm going to step out and get zip, attach our zipper, then we'll work on the pearls on the neckline. And also don't forget to serge the zipper area. Okay guys, this is what we have. I went ahead to iron it out. Don't mind all this mark you can see. It's water from my iron. My iron has been giving me issues lately. So this is what we have. I'm here to attach my zipper, just like I mentioned earlier that I don't have zipper. So I'm just going to dry this thing under the sun.
I will be posting a video on how to fix these pearls on at home by yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share my videos to family and friends, and I will see you in my next video.